It's March 6, 2017, and it's time to review 5 of the most outrageous, infuriating, or just plain baffling things that have happened lately. It's your Facepalm 5. Let's count them down. Number 1, Republicans in Congress are hiding from their constituents. After a couple of weeks of contentious town meetings across the country, some Republican lawmakers are simply refusing to meet with the people they were elected to represent. For instance, Representative Louis Gohmert told his constituents he wouldn't be holding in-person town halls because he feared, on the basis of no evidence whatsoever, violent leftists were being paid to disrupt public meetings. Shit, Louis, if you're that worried, just hire additional security. Maybe a police officer looking to make a few extra bucks. Like this guy. Number 2, off-duty cop pulls his gun on children. According to eyewitness reports and a cell phone video of the incident, a 13-year-old girl walked across the yard of an off-duty cop in Anaheim, California. A confrontation ensued between the cop and one of the girl's friends, a 13-year-old boy. When other kids on the scene intervened and pushed the cop through some bushes, he pulled and fired his gun, which was tucked in the front of his pants. Always nice to see a peace officer practicing proper gun safety. No one was shot. 2 of the kids involved in the incident were arrested and later released. The police department confiscated the cop's gun, so at least there's that, but he himself was not arrested. So Louis, give this guy a call if you need some extra security. Seriously. I bet you two would get along great. Number 3, immigration authorities crack down on scary brown people. These last few weeks, U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement has been hassling anyone darker than a smoked butterscotch frappuccino. In Texas, a woman detained by ICE was hospitalized with a brain tumor and was forbidden to speak to her family. Guards attempted unsuccessfully to block her attorney from seeing her as well. ICE agents subsequently removed her from the hospital and returned her to a detention facility where she is still being held. Meanwhile, in Mississippi, an undocumented woman who came to the U.S. at age 7 was arrested minutes after leaving a press conference where she spoke out against the Trump administration's immigration policy, and according to her attorney, thanks to a legal technicality, she's about to be deported without a hearing, which is a totally normal thing that happens in a healthy democracy like the one we definitely still live in. Number 4, Jeff Sessions is in deep shit with everyone but Republicans. According to the Washington Post, U.S. Attorney General and mean-spirited caricature of Southern white men, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions, lied to the Senate during his confirmation hearing about contacts with the Russian ambassador to the U.S. Seems like it ought to be a pretty big deal, but so far most Republicans don't seem too worried. I mean, it's not like he used a private email server for government business. Well, while being a Democrat, thank you, because as we all know, when you do something bad as a Democrat, you should be thrown in jail. When you do something bad as a Republican, oh, I'm sure there was a perfectly reasonable explanation. And now the segment devoted to some of the things Donald Trump has done to disgrace the presidency and embarrass and/or endanger the United States and the world lately. It's number 5, The Further Misadventures of Lord Dampnut. Please keep in mind, as always, the following is not a complete list. He told a gathering of governors, quote, nobody knew healthcare could be so complicated. He told the Attorney General of Pennsylvania that threats made against Jewish community centers might have been false flags. He blamed the leaks coming out of his administration on Barack Obama. And he gave his first address as president to a joint session of Congress where he lied continuously and exploited the grieving widow of a dead Navy SEAL to cover his own ass for the failed Yemen raid he approved in what was perhaps the most shameless and disgusting act of political opportunism I've ever seen. Or, as Sean Spicer called the speech, a grand slam. Oh, and then on Saturday morning, he posted a series of tweets accusing President Obama of tapping his phones in Trump Tower prior to the election with no evidence that this was true. Media outlets reporting on this story, including the Washington Post, have speculated Trump may have been set off by radio host Mark Levin accusing Obama of using quote-unquote police state tactics against the Trump campaign, which was later reported on by Breitbart News. All hail Lord Dampnut. That's 5. Speak out, act out, resist, look after each other. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, please consider helping me to make more videos like this one by supporting this channel through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron of this channel for as little as $1 a month. But for those of you who go above and beyond and pledge at a level of $5 a month or more, you earn yourself a little perk in the form of a shout out at the end of the Facepalm 5, just like my newest $5 a month patron, Alexander Lars Robinson. Thank you, Alexander, so much. Thanks to all of you who are patrons at whatever level you're pledging, and thanks to all of you for watching. See you next time.